going to show you how you can solve quadratic equations using completing square method. So in completing square method, you'll be given an equation and you'll be expected to complete the square so that you can solve the equation. So this is how you go through it. Note that quadratic equations are equations written in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. But here you can either get that it is plus or minus. Even here it can either be plus or minus, so it depends. But generally the general formula or the general format of quadratic equations is ax plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So let us look at an example. You can be given this question. Solve the following equation using completing square method. 3x squared plus 5x minus 22 is equal to 0. So you realize that 3 is the coefficient of x squared, 5 is the coefficient of x, and 22 is the final term. You divide all the values. If the coefficient of x is more than 1, you divide all these values by the coefficient of a. The coefficient of x squared, which is a. So if you divide, this is how you divide, you get this. 3x squared divided by 3, 5x divided by 3, and 22 divided by 3 is equals to 0. So that is how you go about it. And then you eliminate 22 over 3 by adding 22 over 3 on both sides. And then you get x squared plus 5 over 3 is equals to 22 over 3. Then you complete the square by dividing b. This is the b. 5 over 3 is the b. You divide it by 2 and then you square it. That's how you go about it. 5 over 3 divided by 2 is 5 over 6. Then you square it, you get 25 over 36. So that 25 over 36 is what you use to complete the square, as shown in this diagram. This is x squared, this is 5 over 6, which is just 5 over 3 divided by 2. If you add this one plus this one, you get 5 over 3. Then if you add this one now, which is the value that we use to complete the square, you get a full square, okay, full complete square. And so you add 25 over 36 on both sides to complete the square. You just go about it that way. Then for you to solve for x, you find the square root of both the right hand side of the equation and left hand side of the equation as shown. So you forget about that 5 over 3, because once you get the square root of this and this, and you expand it, you get x squared plus 12 over 3 plus 25 over 36. So there's no need of getting the square root of 5 over 3. Just get the square root of x squared and the square root of 25 over 36. And also the square root of 289 over 36. The square root of x is x squared is x. The square root of 25 over 36 is 5 over 6, and the square root of 289 over 36 is 17 over over 6, then you remember that the square root of any number is plus or minus. So whenever you're indicating the square root of a number, you must indicate plus or minus. So let us solve the plus first. So x is 17 over 6 minus, you remember if this one subtract it on both sides comes negative. 17 over 6 minus 5 over 6, get 12 over 6, which is 2. The next value of x is 17 over 6 minus 5 over 6, you get negative 22 over 6, which is equivalent to 11 over 3. Yes, so that is how you go about